Man fired after making a split-second decision to save a driver's life.
I could find another job. Yeah. He couldn't find another life.
And that is just what Anthony Garcia did, risking his own safety using his tow truck to block this car from barreling into traffic on the Strip. Travis Haldeman is a Clark County firefighter who responded to the call.
I'm really happy he did what he did that day.
Haldeman says Garcia may have saved lives. Now his boss says he's wrong. Garcia gets the axe.
It's just really weird that they would fire me for that.
But the fire department says he's a hero. The Clark County Fire Department next week will honor Garcia with a Citizen Heroism Award for the same act that cost him his job.
We need more people like that, I think. He went way above and beyond the call that day.
If you had to do it all over, would you do the same thing again?
Oh, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, it'd happen all over again. I could find another job. Yeah.
Call Garcia's former employer, Quality Towing. Back to them, Garcia will receive his award in 1 week from tomorrow from the Clark County Fire Department.
Man fired after making a split-second decision to save a driver's life.
I could find another job. Yeah. He couldn't find another life.
And now a new twist. The Clark County Fire Department is about to honor him for the same heroic act that cost him his job.
Tricia, a car was out of control, slamming into guard walls, coming off the 15, heading right for Spring Mountain. The truck driver thinks fast. He sideswipes the car, preventing it from veering onto the Strip, possibly averting disaster. Now, his boss says he's wrong, but the fire department says he's a hero.
I'm always going to do what's right, especially if it's saving somebody.
And that is just what Anthony Garcia did, risking his own safety using his tow truck, you see in this picture, to block this car from barreling into traffic on the Strip.
My very first crash ever.
Last March, the driver of this car suffering a medical episode, going down the off-ramp on the 15, slamming against walls, heading right onto Spring Mountain.
It was just going all over the place. Uncontrollably. Nobody was at the wheel.
Garcia, thinking fast, nudges his truck against the car, preventing it from plowing into other cars heading toward the Fashion Show Mall.
It's a downhill slingshot right before the boulevard.
Travis Haldeman is a Clark County firefighter who responded to the call.
I'm really happy he did what he did that day.
Haldeman says Garcia may have saved lives.
It helped prevent a lot of potential injuries from occurring.
Instead of getting a pat on the back, Garcia gets the axe.
It's just really weird that they would fire me for that.
The Clark County Fire Department next week will honor Garcia with a Citizen Heroism Award for the same act that cost him his job.
We need more people like that, I think. He went way above and beyond the call that day.
If you had to do it all over, would you do the same thing again?
Oh, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, it'd happen all over again. I could find another job. Yeah. He couldn't find another life.
We called Garcia's former employer, Quality Towing. We've not heard back from them. Garcia will receive his award in 1 week from tomorrow from the Clark County Fire Department. We are live. Christopher King, 13 Action News.
Great.
Dear family, today we pause to honor the truck driver across the United States who has gone above and beyond their duties, saving life while on the road. These men and women are more than truck drivers. They are everyday heroes, carrying our goods and protecting our community with quick action and coverage. To every truck driver who has stepped in during danger, we thank you for your sacrifice. You keep America moving as you save life while working. God bless you.
Okay, all my roadies, so I have a really good news story for you today. I have mentioned many times in the past that I love to highlight truckers who are unsung heroes within our trucking industry. And today we're going to do just that. The truck driver we're going to be talking about today is Timothy Van Nonstrom, age 64, who is an owner-operator of his own logging transportation company located in Northville, New York. So on June 23rd, he never would have believed that he would become a hero jumping in action to help save a New York police officer. So on that day, there was a New York State trooper that he was passing who was trying to perform just a normal traffic stop. But as he was passing that truck driver, it suddenly turned from a normal traffic stop into a shootout. Van Nonstrom said, "I wasn't 100% sure what I saw at first, but I saw the trooper kind of skip sideways a little bit. And then I saw the shooter actually pull the gun in his car and start shooting right out of his own back window at the state trooper. A really intense shootout started and bullets were flying," he said, end quote. That is when von Nandstrom wound up taking his logging semi-truck and using it as a shield between the police officer and the gentleman that was in his car shooting. Now, this shootout wound up going on for 12 minutes. Von Nandstrom said in a quote, "It's a long time when you're standing there listening to it for 12 long minutes." Van Nandstrom said that when backup finally arrived on the scene, they were initially able to get to that state trooper and find that state trooper had actually been wounded in the shootout. Now, they were able to take that state trooper to a hospital for treatment, where the state trooper was released a few days later and luckily survived the injuries. But von Nandstrom was honored by the New York State Police and also by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, and he was considered as their highway hero, which is an award that they give every year to try to recognize commercial drivers who go above and beyond and do something heroic. So he was this year's Goodyear Tires and Rubber Company's Highway Hero Award winner. Now, according to Goodyear, they say that the purpose of the Highway Hero Program Award is to help bring more awareness and appreciation to the powerful impact that the commercial drivers can have on our roads, individuals' lives, and communities. So I just thought this was an awesome story. I remember when it happened, and I actually did a news story about it right here on Trucking True Crime, but it's so nice to see him getting honored and getting the recognition that he deserved. So please keep Mr. Von Nandstrom in your thoughts and prayers, because he's an outstanding truck driver and a true unsung hero. All right, all my roadies, please be safe out there on those roads. And if you don't already, please be sure to like, share, and follow.
We're hearing from the truck driver who spotted a 1-year-old boy crawling along the side of I-10 in Calcasieu Parish.
Deputies say that baby boy spent 2 days on the side of the interstate, not far from where his 4-year-old brother was found dead in the water behind the Vinton Welcome Center. The mother of the children is under arrest in Mississippi. And tonight the truck driver tells me about the moments that likely saved the boy's life. It's a conversation you'll see only on News 15. It was here along I-10 in Calcasieu Parish where truck driver Reginald Walton couldn't believe his eyes.
I noticed an image to the right over in the right embankment, and I thought maybe it was a doll that someone had thrown out the window or so out the car. But as I was passing by, I saw it move, and I said, "Hey, that looks like a baby." So I was doing about 65 or 70 miles an hour, so it took me about a quarter of a mile to bring my truck to a complete stop. During that time, Walton called 911. When he was able to stop, he then ran back toward what he saw. Sure enough, there was a little boy sitting down the embankment there. As I approached him, he smiled at me, and then he stood up and started crying and walked toward me. Once he walked toward me, I grabbed his hand and he stopped crying at that point. The baby boy was brought to the hospital, and even after 2 days along busy I-10 exposed to the elements, the baby was relatively fine.
And we looked at this 1-year-old as our miracle baby because he was still alive. Unbelievable.
Calcasieu Sheriff Stitch Guillory held back tears and praised the truck driver, Reginald Walton, for saving the boy's life.
Thank God that trucker seen him.
The sheriff even said, thank God for that driver who stopped and called 911. People are calling you a hero. What do you say to that?
I don't feel like I'm a hero. I just feel like it was God's will for me to be in the right place at the right time.
At last check, the baby is still stable and will be placed into protective custody once released from the hospital. Walton tells me he feels like he has a bond with the child after what happened and hopes to get updates on the boy as he grows up.
As we come to the close of this reflection, let us take a moment to fully appreciate the incredible men and women who drive American truck. These drivers are often seen working long hours on the highway, delivering the goods that keeps our homes, supplies, and our economic alive. But beyond their duties, many have stepped into moments of crisis with courage and selflessness, saving life in ways that most of us would never hear about. Whether it's pull a stranger motorist to safety, helping during an accident, use their reach to block dangers from reaching others. This truck driver reminds us that heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes they wear walking boots and sit behind the big wheels. We owe them more than just thank you. We owe them recognition. Their actions show us that duty is more than a job description. It is a call to service and protection. Even when the roads are tough, they carry not just the weight of the cargoes, but the responsibilities of life that may depend on their choice. So today, let us salute every truck driver who has ever put their own safety aside for the sake of others. May their courage inspire us to be brave. Their kindness inspire us to be more compassionate. Their dedication inspire us to do our best, no matter where we find ourselves or what we do. To all truck drivers who have saved life while carrying out their duty, you are American guardians angels on the road. We thank you, we honor you, and will never forget the impact you have made. God bless you. Big thank you to the creator and stitches of this video. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.